Hello, it's Max here. So I know I'm late to the party. I was so excited last night that I couldn't sleep for Switch 2 launch day. So I found my package on the front porch. It was probably at noon on a quick break during the workday, and I was so tired after work I just crashed. And this is my first impressions. So I'll show you my launch day haul. The only other thing I'm gonna get during the launch of the Switch 2 is the sequel to Fast RMX. I forget what it's called. That racing game that's sort of like a hybrid between Wipeout and F-Zero. But I'm also really excited to finally get my N64 Switch controller. And this is really cool. And these were sold out for the longest time. The Sega Genesis, a Nintendo controller, Sega Genesis Nintendo brand, a Sega Genesis branded Nintendo controller. Sorry, I decided to do this video instead of just tearing it open and playing online, because once I get this booted up, I'm gonna be playing some Mario Kart. I'm probably just gonna wait till tomorrow to play with friends, because I was planning to do it tonight, but it's already midnight, so. All right, I do have a camera. That's so I could do some online, play online with my friends, and for, viewers, so you could see what I'm doing. And this is really exciting. The GameCube Switch 2 controller for those great GameCube games, because that's the other thing that convinced me besides Mario Kart World. If it was just Donkey Kong Bonanza, I would have passed. I would have waited. Not passed, but waited. But because of Mario Kart World and the GameCube games with the online functionality, and I'm talking about Soul Calibur, F-Zero, and some of the other great GameCube games that are going to eventually get there. And then here is... Okay, I was just making sure. I was like, oh no, they didn't send me... So I think, apparently, this is just going to have a voucher in it, which is fine. But here it is, let me open it up. Let me see. And one thing I will say that I'm disappointed in is just, this is a small package. It does not seem like it's very secure in here. And I know people are going to blame the GameStop employees, which you should. First off, it's a failure on both fronts to staple, because you're ruining the box for your customer that likes to keep the box pristine. You don't chance stapling something, and you use tape at the very, tape is bad enough that it can rip a box. But also, Nintendo should have these screens. Like, the other thing is, I got this for Best Buy, and it's just a box in a box. Best Buy is the worst. Like, why wouldn't you put something around this to protect it? So it's a failure on Best Buy, GameStop, and Nintendo. These should be packaged better, because I think it's just a slim layer of protection here. There's no way a staple should ruin the front of your screen. That's ridiculous. So, PlayStation and Xbox don't have boxes where you could see. Let's look at this. Okay. I opened it incorrectly, I think. What the heck? Maybe I should open it this way? Yeah. Open it this way. Open it this way. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's a big criticism just of the unboxing, the presentation. That is the only thing protecting your screen. I mean, it's probably fine, but that's BS. I don't like that at all. There should be foam covering, and I want to be careful not to take off the protective film either. So let's feel this controllers, then I'm going to pause. Want to see, because I have big hands, and the Switch 1 controllers are too cramped for me. This does feel better. I still wish the buttons were a little bit bigger. Analog stick, I don't really, it doesn't feel much better to me, the analog stick. The buttons a little bit better. It does feel more substantial, so I'm happy. But they should still have a Joy-Con controller Pro for us, you know, adult collectors with the big hands. You know what that means. I'm just, why did I throw that joke in there? I got the big hands, all right? Sorry, I need a big controller. I've had issues with this with Nintendo controllers since the Wii. I'm leaving that in because I'm not editing it out. Whatever. It was stupid. Okay, so here's the other controller. That does feel good. It does feel good. All right. Here's the... Okay, I'll pause here. All right, here is the actual screen. This is ridiculous that this is the only thing protecting this. This is like the guts of the console. This is the most expensive piece in the box. And it's not all GameStop's fault. Again, it's stupid what GameStop did, but I cannot believe the screen doesn't have anything on protecting it except this. Because you don't peel the rest off. So, all right, let me put this on here. That is very satisfying. That's very satisfying. That's more satisfying than the Switch One click. Oh, wow. First impressions. I do wish it had a little bit of junk in the trunk, though, to, like, you know, really feel. I wish it wasn't so flat on the back end. Why am I getting so creepy on my console? As I really like consoles. I wish it had some curves on the back, you know? Something to grab onto. Screw it. All right. But, you know, it does feel better than the Switch One or the OLED. I barely use the OLED because I got it from my wife. And my wife is not happy about the Switch 2. Okay, so... Okay, scratch off or download code. I could show it to you. Instructions. HDMI cord. There's things that go on the Joy-Cons. I'll keep those in here. See what else I need to get this set up and running. Power brick thing, which is good. Feels substantial. Wire for the power brick. This might be boring. I'm sorry, but I want to keep track of everything because I am going to keep... Even though by the time the life cycle is done with the Switch 2, there's going to be so many exclusives that the original launch Switch 2 isn't going to be worth that much. Honestly. Maybe a Switch 2 OLED. Get this in here. All right. This thing, I was never a fan of this thing. They had this for the Switch 1. Whatever. I mean, like, if they would have got rid of this, I would have been fine with it. I rarely use those. And here is the Switch 2 dock, which I do like the dock better. But my preference, if they do Switch 3, is that you don't even have to dock this. You could just press a button and it links to your console. I think that's the future. I really do. But as a dock, I do like it better than the first one. All right, I'm going to get it powered up. Let me put this back away because I'm going to the lake this weekend, and I might think I'm only going to use it handheld until the lake. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna this sucks repackaging. Oh well, I'm just leaving this out because I can't get this back in the package, and I want to keep all this foam and crap. All right, I'm gonna get it powered on, get signed in, and download my launch game, and then go to the store and get that racing game downloaded too for 15 bucks. And then I will do a full update on how I feel about the Switch 2 and probably more videos this weekend. Have a good one, everyone. Okay, it turned on right away without even a charge, so that's pretty cool. Let me see here. It's hard to do with one hand. Americas. All right, this is not a very exciting. Next. All right. Well, I'm still, it's like 25, 30 minutes in. I'm still trying to update my Switch 2. And make sure you plug in the USB-C so it does have a charge to turn on, but not to do the system update, not the day one update. So that should be considered. Details of the problems are ready for review. I hope I don't have to start over. Okay. No. I don't want to transfer right now. All right. I'll be back. Yeah, we're still updating. Day one update. Thank you, Nintendo. This is the new Nintendo. No! I can't download my Mario Kart World. I'm stuck on system update at 12%. What's going on? Oh, it got to 13. That took like 20 minutes to go 1%. Are that many people getting the system update? I might as well go to bed. Let this update overnight. So much for day one Switch 2. All right, it's been an hour. Every once in a while it jumps up, but we're at 87%, and then I also get an error that lost connection. So I think it's being, the Nintendo servers are being bombarded. So you Switch 2 owners that got yours early in the morning that called off for work, you had the right idea. I think everyone's updating at night around the world. And this, you hear the music? Dun, 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 dun. This is what's preventing me from playing Mario Kart on my day one. All right, finally, it's been 2 hours updating, and now I finally got the redemption code to work for Mario Kart World. It didn't work a couple times. I had to resubmit it. So I have GameCube and Mario Kart World, and now I'm probably going to have to wait another hour. Look at those bars. Should I just go to bed? Switch 2 day one. Woo! Momo, the Switch 2 takes a long time to update. I can't play Mario Kart World yet. Comfort me. What should I do? Momo? Momo? Tell me what to do. All right. You're just lounging. Thanks a lot. So, my first game I'm playing on my Switch 2 Soul Calibur 2 online. I can't wait to play some friends. I can't believe this is one of the first. F-Zero and Soul Calibur 2, some of the best games for the GameCube. You go into display settings, it's so easy to get to widescreen. This looks great. And this is also really good for Soul Calibur fans because, one, this has the Link guest character, and then two, this is delisted on PlayStation and Xbox. I own it on Xbox. It's backwards compatible, but you can't buy it anymore. So this is the only legal way to play Soul Calibur 2 online. What a great launch game for the online, for the GameCube, for the Nintendo Switch 2. Alright, so I tried Soul Calibur. Now I'm playing F-Zero for the GameCube. And I have to say, this is the best way to play GameCube now. I'm talking about emulation or anything. It's so easy to go to widescreen when this outputs 4K. I know you could do that with PC solutions, but this is so much more rewarding, especially when I'm going to be able to play online with my friends. I have a Wii U that's modded to play GameCube games. I was thinking about getting a GameCube that's modded or a Wii that's modded, but honestly, this is going to be the best way to play once I get my camera set up and online. Oh man, the only other thing missing that I would really like is for Nintendo to do achievements too, but look how good this looks in widescreen. I'm trying to do one hand so you could see. Wow, that looks so good. Oh, and the other thing they need to do with F-Zero, you know how on Nintendo Online they have updated versions they release a few months after? They need to release F-Zero GameCube, the arcade tracks that are super hard to unlock on your own. Just make them available for Nintendo Online users. And I know I'm hitting the screen, but that's because I'm playing one-handed. Oh man, this is great. I haven't even touched Mario Kart World yet. This is awesome.